Hi guys, it's Kim and Mike from Living the Ground Life, and today we are going to butcher some pigs. These pigs are KuneKune American guinea hog crosses that we got just to grow out, but our KuneKune boar got to them and they got pregnant, and so they're small, they're not fully grown out, but we don't want another litter, so we're just going to go ahead and get these guys processed. Not going to get a ton of meat out of them, but it's better than another litter, so come join us for a little fun.
Here we go. So we've got our pigs dispatched humanely. I slit their throats, let them bleed out. Trying to get them as clean as we can for our health and cleanliness of the work area. Pressure washer and a tractor would be better, but we're not quite there yet. So hopefully I can get one of these guys in the wheelbarrow by myself for the video. And we'll see you at the processing table.
Getting the piggy ready to hang. Their little legs are a little too short to go correctly on, what's that called?
A single tree.
On a single tree, so we have to tie him on, her on, I guess. On. Sorry, bad camera there, guys, but I had to be helper too. So. There we go. All hung up here. Anchored just right over here to the boat.
Alright, now it's time to start skinning this thing. I like to start up top. I make 2 slices down each side of the nipples and then come down, probably right down to about the color change right there. And just, it's hanging, so it's got some pressure on it, so you don't need a lot of pressure on your knife. You just want to go until you see the white. And you can get in there, and then I like this knife. It's by Outdoor Edge. It's a sling blade. It's one solid piece, so it won't bend on you. And then this side's it's just like having a zipper on this animal. Here we go on that side. Fatty McFatterson. This one's really thick in the belly.
And these two were sisters, and one was definitely bigger than the other, so.
And then we can switch our knife back to a regular knife and just start working this around. Getting it opened up. And I like to get it opened up as soon as can. Just start releasing some of that heat. I don't think it's as important on a pig as it is a deer and elk, but that's just how my brain works, because that's usually what I'm processing. And this seems a little hard to do when it's
You got greasy
slippery.
hands. The bad part of pig is it's a very, very greasy. On all your tools and hands and whatnot.
Go ahead and wring this guy here. And it makes it super easy to wring when you got all that weight pulling on everything. I think I got it all the way around.
Yeah, you do.
And we'll just start laying this back. Try not to cut into the meat. Just lay it back. Spin this around so I can.
I think Milo's out there a little concerned about his well-being. You can hear him screaming. He's our KuneKune boy.
Side. I am no professional, but just nice, easy strokes. Okay, I'll come around the back side. Getting started is always the hardest part. Once you get going, it's quick. Most people, like I've seen a lot of people, they'll cut one cut right down the middle, and I prefer to leave that center cut for this simple reason right here, which I'll show you.
You cutting it right there? I don't know. Okay. Just
just
across where the two cuts are.
And then just start working your way up. And you can almost pull it, but it's just pressure. Nice light stroke so we don't get into any stinky stuff. And then throw that over the back and then let that weight work for you. And see, now I've got this big open space here. Heat's getting out. I don't have to fight this much extra hide. And then I've got a big handle to pull on here. So I'm just gonna start breaking this hide down a little bit further here. Usually nice when you got a buddy doing this with you, because then he's pulling on the other side and then you're not dancing with your dinner like I am here. Ring this guy here.
Sorry guys, we had a battery die there, but back at it now.
So once you get it to a magical point here, which is right about after you get the tail. Oh, this one's got a lot of fat on it. this is a little trick I learned elk hunting. You don't want to keep your poop out of your meat. A little zip tie action. And then we can cut this right here, and that little turd is going to go that way. And my meat is going to be the other way. Get through the tailbone here. Might need this guy here real quick. Now that we're through there, this should...
Careful pulling, honey.
Just with light pressure. Pull down. Look at that.
Look at all that fat. That, my friends, is future lard.
Just kind of work your way around. Yeah, we know which one of the sisters was the first one to the food. That is for sure.
It was Peaches. I think Peaches was the smaller one when Peaches arrived, too.
I need to get on the other side. I tied it off so it wouldn't turn so much. Nicked that shoulder there, but we'll be all right.
So on this, we're just grinding down all this meat to just pork grind that we'll use for breakfast sausage or just regular pork grind for pasta dishes and whatnot. So we aren't doing the actual cuts of it just because we will grind it down.
Now we're going to save ourselves a little weight right here. And we're going to take the head. Boom. There we go.
So a lot of people will chill the hide and then pull all that fat off the hide for lard too, but we're just going to go ahead and do the stuff that's on the back. These are just garden chompers, cutting off those feet.
Okay, and then we're going to go and take the fat off. Let's see here.
Here's the bin for that. So when you do this, if you get some meat on there, it's no problem because the meat will come off when you render the lard. And these pigs are young, so they're not all that big.
Maybe I'll get a little bit more down here. Okay, next time I come down, I'll take these front shoulders off. And there's no joints on the front shoulder. It's all just connective tissue. So they're super easy to take off. And again, like I said, we're grinding this animal, so
hold it up so you can see it.
I'm not overly worried about cuts of meat here. But if I was, I would come in and, you know, cut right around the top there. I don't know why there's so much blood right there, but
yeah, we've done the whole process with all the right cuts and everything, but it just...
Pigs are slippery. That's all I can tell you. Pigs are slippery.
But we just don't eat. We don't eat a lot of the chops. We don't eat a lot of the hams. So the grind is really what we prefer.
And then
Backstrap.
back straps. I gotta get rid of this thing. It doesn't do what I want it to do. So for the back straps, we'll cut in here. There's a gland here, isn't that what that? We were supposed to cut that out, but we're not going to process that part of it. But supposedly right here there is a gland. We want to make sure we don't get any of that in our... I need to spin.
Sure.
In our meat. So
It's a scent gland.
you can kind of feel right here there's some hip bones. And it just almost tapers to a V. And that is the beginning of your back strap. Right there. And there. Then you come right down the spine.
And on the opposite side of the spine.
I'm getting into that freaking guts right there. Yeah, I need some light.
Okay. So you want me to move over here?
Yeah.
And just cut right along that bone. That's where the ribs are, right?
Yeah, the ribs are over here, and then this is the spine. But there's all the little vertebrae right there, so you just got to kind of be patient and pull.
Pull and cut. Little cuts.
And then the further you get down, the easier it comes. You can almost see the sinew separation right there. And then, like I say, the easier it comes down. My bullet must have went a little further in than I wanted it to.
So this is the back strap, or if you left it on the bones and cut, it would be the pork chop.
Yes. Yeah. And they make better knives for this, but this is the one I have out right here in my hand. Definitely smaller on a pig than an elk.
And tastier on an elk or a deer?
I would believe so.
It does look like a nice piece of meat, though. Not very fatty, actually.
There you go.
So this is where it came out of. Yeah, the shot definitely went all the way through there. Huh?
I'll try this again. So, let's put it right down the center here. There's the socket. You can hear that popping. And again, we're trying to cut around that. There's a little wishbone on each side right here. You can just cut around that. And just start separating the meat from the bone.
Oop. You're about to fall.
There you go. 2 hindquarters hanging there.
Doing a little dance.
And there's not a whole lot of pork belly on these thin little pigs, so we're not going to worry too much about trying to make little tiny slivers of bacon out of this guy. But we'll go ahead and break these down and put it in the grinder. And, you know, first time I've ever done one. Well, this is actually the second one today. So that's kind of how we break down a pig. Hopefully it helps.